Hello, welcome to this week's full body yoga practice with me. My name's Jess. For today's mixed levels Vinyasa flow, we are going to be starting laying on our backs. So when you're ready, roll out your mats and I'll see you there. Okay, coming to lay on our backs, rolling through the spine. Extend the legs out long and just come to a place where you can rest. Maybe you need extra bolsters under the knees or a cushion or anything like that. You can do that now. Close your eyes or you can soften the gaze down. Palms face up here. And take up a little bit of space. So take the feet nice and wide and just allow the feet to splay out. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you and pull the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Coming into this moment. Coming into your breath. Forget the day you've had so far. Just really consciously landing here in this moment. Taking inhales through the nose. Exhaling out through your nose or mouth. Allowing the breath to stay at its natural rhythm here. Take a few more breaths on your own. Slowly start to introduce a sway of the head, moving from side to side here. So rolling over the back of the skull. Feel a nice massage on the back of the head. Feeling the weight of the skull on the mat. Moving slowly with intention. Not rushing or forcing. Nice and gentle. And then bring the head back to center. And lift the hands, place the palms over the eyes. Keep the elbows in an upright position and just rest the palms over the eyes. You should feel a nice pressure on the brow bone and the cheekbone, but not place any pressure directly over the eye sockets. Allow the fingers to rest over the hairline. And take a deep breath here. Exhale. Slide the hands to the temples, fingertips to the temples. And just give yourself a little massage here, drawing circles with the fingers. Maybe migrating into the hairline, around the ears, if that feels good. Just drawing circles, little tiny circles with the fingertips. Maybe going all the way up to the forehead. Maybe going down the sides of the face to the jaw, all the way under to the chin. And then slowly, when you're ready, release your hands back down to your sides. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Bend the knees and place the feet flat on the mat. Tuck the tailbone under and we're just going to windshield wiper the knees. So allow the feet to roll over so that the knees fall over to the right. Keep shoulders heavy on the mat here. You can keep your eyes closed. And then as you exhale, we roll over the heels over to the other side. Knees fall to the left. continuing through this movement, rolling over the heels, moving with your breath, right to left. Again, keeping the movement slow and mindful, just allowing them to fall. Don't think about what the shape looks like. Just think about how it feels in your body, how each movement feels, how it might feel different on each side. Maybe you're a bit tighter on one side than the other. Maybe your muscles are a bit sore, a bit achy. Conscious movement, bringing full body awareness into your practice. A few more here on your own. And then bring the knees back upright. Tuck the tailbone under once again. And then we're going to lift the shins so that they're in this hovering table. So the shins are parallel to the mat. Pressing your lower back into the earth. We're going to take our hands into a cactus shape here. So we want elbows in line with the shoulders. And we want the palms facing up towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale to allow the knees to fall to the left, keeping the shoulders heavy on the mat. So now we're in this supine twist. You can use your left hand to anchor down through the right knee. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to bring the right elbow all the way over until we're lying on the left side. So you can place your right hand down on the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, drawing a big circle with the right hand. Take it all the way up and overhead, almost like you're drawing a rainbow or an arch. We're going to open back out to our supine twist. Extend the right hand out, gaze towards your right hand. Inhale. Exhale, we draw that big circle all the way up and over until we're back onto the left side. Doing a few more of these on your own. Take it away. Finding movement in this pose. So whatever feels good. Maybe you want to take the arm up and overhead. Maybe you want to reach it all the way up. Drawing circles with the shoulder. Taking the hand all the way down. Find whatever feels good in this pose, in this moment. Maybe you just need stillness. Just moving consciously and mindfully. Opening the shoulder. Again, we're not worrying about what this looks like. We're just thinking about how it feels in the body. So really taking your mind to little spots in the body. Maybe when you open out, you can feel some tightness in the chest or the shoulder or the hips. Just moving gently. Next time your arm is extended, we pause, stay for a breath. Find stillness. Inhale. Exhale. To release, lift the knees, come all the way through center. Arms come back to that cactus shape. And then as you exhale, we allow the knees to fall to the right. So we take it away on the other side. So right hand comes to the top of the left knee. And then we slowly close, coming to lay on the right side. Left hand comes onto the mat. And then when you're ready, extending the left arm all the way up and overhead. We draw that rainbow all the way up. And we open out into our supine twist. Extend the left hand, gaze towards the left hand. And we move through this posture, so rolling back over the shoulder. And then finding movement wherever feels good for you here. Again, maybe you just need stillness. Maybe you've got a few kinks you need to pull out here. Maybe that's in the shoulder or the chest. Just moving with your breath, slowly and mindfully. And then the next time your left arm is extended, let's pause here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slow and steady release the left knee and we come back through to center. Pull the knees in towards your chest. chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock gently from side to side. And then we're going to roll up the spine, rocking backwards and forwards until eventually we find ourselves upright. Do a few more of these. And then cross at the ankles and we come through to all fours. So bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees come underneath the hips. We're going to go through our cat-cows with a little bit of a twist here. So when you're ready, we're going to take our torso all the way over to the right and we're going to draw circles. So sending the shoulders over the wrists, over to the left, and then the hips come all the way back over the heels and we draw some circles. So inhaling to lean forwards, round and down and back. And now we're going to start adding some movement in the spine. So as you lean your shoulders over the wrist, we're going to arch through the lower back, open the chest and look forward. Think cow pose here. And then as you breathe out, we're going to slowly round through the spine. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, hips come back over the heels. And we move, inhaling to the right hand side, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Exhale to round through over to the left. Hips go back. Inhale to open up and look forward. Exhaling to round through. Send the hips back. When you're ready, we reverse the circle. So sending the weight forwards to the right and then back. Do one more round. And then slowly, when you're ready, we come back to our neutral spine. Tabletop position. Again, hands under the shoulders, knees under the wrists. When you're ready, we're going to send our weight into our left knee. And we're going to lift the right foot. Keep the knee bent. And we want the sole of our right foot up towards the sky. And do your best to bring your knee in line with the hip. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, knee to nose. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. Inhale to lift the foot back up towards the sky, open back out. Option to arch the lower back and bring back that cow pose here. Exhale to round through the spine, knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round through. Inhale to lift here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then as you breathe out, we're going to cross the right leg over the left. And we're going to send the hips back into this cross-legged child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale. Slowly, when you're ready, we lift the torso back up and we uncross the legs, come back to your tabletop position. Let's go on the other side. So when you're ready, we're going to send the weight into our right knee and we're going to lift the left foot, left sole up towards the sky. You want your left knee in line with the left hip. Inhale deeply. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine. Bring the left knee in. Inhale to extend. Again, option to bring that cat-cow in, arching the lower back as you lift. And then as you breathe out, rounding through the upper back, tuck the chin, knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Bring it in. Do one more. Inhale to lift. Squeeze that left glute. And then when you're ready, we're going to cross the left leg over the right. Send the hips back. Coming into our cross-legged child's pose. Now your hips probably won't meet the heels. That's all good. Again, just bringing your mind to how this pose feels in your body. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Slow and steady. We bring ourselves back upright and we're going to head into our downward facing dog here. So bringing the hands forward, you want your index fingers to face towards the top of the mat. We curl the toes under and lift the hips all the way up and back. You might want to extend the distance between your hands and feet. Just take a moment to play around with that. See what feels best for you. Again, we're not looking to get the heels grounded on the floor. It's really about lengthening through the spine. So you can pedal the heels out, pressing one down and the other, and keep a generous bend in the knees. Maybe tick-tocking the hips from side to side. Just really finding what feels good for you in this moment. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Slow and steady. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat. You can step, hop, skip or jump, and we find our forward fold at the top when we get there. So you want your feet to be hip width apart and you want your toes to be facing towards the top of the mat. A generous bend in the knees, and we allow the torso to hang heavy. Maybe you want to find a gentle sway from side to side. Relaxing the back of the neck down, maybe shaking the head, yes, no. Breathing deep here. Bend the knees even more and let's roll up to standing. Rolling vertebra through vertebra, slow and steady until the last thing to come up is the crown of the head. Coming into your Tadasana, mountain pose. Open the palms, relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take a moment here to feel the ground beneath your feet, grounding down through all four corners of each foot, pressing the toes into the earth. Strong in your Tadasana. Inhale. We're going to reach the arms all the way up and overhead, extended mountain pose. And then as you breathe out, we're going to bend the knees, send the hips back, coming into our chair pose. So you might want to reach the hands forward here. Inhale to spread the fingertips nice and wide. Tuck the pelvis in and send the weight into your heels. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower the hips. Stay for one more breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Slowly start to lift the right heel. And we're going to step the right foot back, turning to face the long side of the mat here. Bring both feet in so your toes are facing towards, so that your toes are facing the long side of the mat, and then bring the heels in. So you want your feet facing out at an angle. Tuck the pelvis in, hands on the hips, bend the knees, coming into your goddess pose. Option to lift the elbows and bring your hand into your cactus shape once again. Drawing the shoulder blades together, open the chest, palms face forward. Spread your fingertips nice and wide here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to lower the hips. Stay for one more breath. Find your drishti, find your focus. Exhale to extend the legs. Release from your goddess pose. Hands come back to the hips, and we're going to take our back foot and bring it in line with the back of the mat, extending the distance between your feet. Left toes face towards the top of the mat. Find a generous bend, and then your left elbow comes to the top of the left knee. We find our extended side angle. Right hand lifts. Inhale to push the hips forward. Find length here. Exhale. Be mindful not to dump all of your weight into your knee. You really want to find a nice lift here. Exhale. Slow and steady, right hand comes down and we turn our torso to the front of the mat. Pivoting on the back knee, both hands come to the mat. Sending the weight into the right hand, we spiral the chest to the left. Left hand reaches up, find your low lunge twist. Option to lower the back knee down to the mat if you'd prefer, or you can keep it lifted. Inhale to find length with that left hand. Spread the fingertips, find some energy here. Exhale. Stay for one more breath. Slow and steady, the left hand comes down to frame the left foot. And if your back knee wasn't lowered already, you can lower it now. And we're going to send the hips back, find your half split. So we're going to straighten the left knee and we want our left toes facing up towards the sky. Inhale to lift up through the spine. Find length here, open the chest. Exhale to bow the crown of the head down towards the shin. Pull back on that left hip crease and breathe here. Breathing into all sides of the rib cage. One more breath. Exhale to roll back through the left heel. Pick up the back knee and we step the left foot back to meet the right, coming into your plank pose, or you can take your half plank with the knees lowered. Inhale deeply. Exhale to lower all the way to the belly. Press your pelvis into the mat. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale to lift up, baby cobra. Keep the elbows bent. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Press back to your downward facing dog. We meet there when you're ready. Inhale deeply in your dog. Exhale. Sigh it out. Let's do one more. Nice. Slowly we take our steps towards the top of the mat. You can hop, skip, jump, you choose. Find your forward fold when you get there. Forward fold. Stay here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Let's roll up to our Tadasana. Vertebra through vertebra. Last thing up is the crown of the head. Find your Tadasana. Palms face forward. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale to reach the hands all the way up and overhead. Extended mountain pose. Exhale to bend the knees, reach the hands forward. Chair pose. Send the hips back. Sending the weight back into the heels. Lower your hips. Tuck the pelvis. Reach the hands forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lower the hips. We stay for one more. Slowly start to lift the left heel, left foot lifts, and then we step the left foot back, turning the torso to the left side of the mat. Both toes come in, and then pop the heels in so that your toes are facing out at an angle. We head into our goddess pose, lower the hips down. Option to keep the hands on the hips, or you can lift the elbows, coming into your cactus arms here. Again, drawing the shoulder blades together, palms face forward, breathing deep. Maybe we slowly start to lift the right heel lifts. Exhale to lower. Maybe we lift the left heel. Exhale to lower. Option now to lift both heels. Lift both heels. Exhale to hold here. You might start to feel your legs shake. It's all good. We're building stability, working on our balance. Inhale. Exhale to lower the heels and release. Extend the legs. Maybe shake the hips from side to side. And now let's find our extended side angle. So we bring the left foot now, back foot is in line with the back of the mat. And we bend into the right knee. You might want to extend the gap between your feet. Right elbow comes to the top of the right knee. Left hand reaches all the way up and overhead. Press the hips forward for your extended side angle. Again, being mindful not to dump all of your weight into your knee. Really want to find a nice lift here. Inhale to open up and reach. Exhale. Stay for one more breath. Slow and steady. We turn to face the top of the mat. Both hands come down and we send the weight into our left hand this time as we open out to the right. Find your twist. Right hand lifts. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Let's hold here. Slowing the breath down, reach the right hand up, find length, spread the fingertips wide, bringing that energy back. Inhale, exhale. Right hand comes down and we lower the back knee down and we send the hips back, coming into our half split on the other side. So extending the right leg, right toes face up towards your face. Inhale to lift up through the spine, find length, open the chest. Exhale to fold forwards, forehead to shin. Pull back on that right hip crease. And stay here for a few more breaths, breathing deep. Slow and steady. When you're ready, we roll back over the heel, coming back through to our low lunge. Pick up the back knee and step the right foot back, plank pose. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, option now to chaturanga. So rolling forwards on the toes, send the shoulders over the wrists and lower down to your chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra, you choose. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Back to your downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Completely. When you're ready, we're going to make our way back to the top of the mat. Again, hop, skip or jump, you choose. Forward fold when you get there. When you're ready, bend the knees. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Extended mountain pose. Reach the hands up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Anjalin Mudra. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel the ground beneath your feet and press your hands together. Press your thumbs into your sternum and take a moment to feel your heart beating. Slow your breath. Release your fingertips down by your sides. And then when you're ready, we're going to head into our standing balancing posture today. So when you're ready, we're going to send our weight into our left foot and slowly lift the right heel lifts. If standing balances are not your bag, then you're more than welcome to do this from a seated position on the mat or in a chair, you choose. When you're ready, we're going to lift the knee, pull it in towards the chest. So bringing the hands around the outside of the knee, we're going to squeeze that right knee in towards our chest, flexing the right foot. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Maybe you'd like to stay here working on your balance, on your drishti. You can hold onto a wall or a chair if you need some extra stability. Or maybe you want to slowly start to open the hip out to the side. Using your right hand to actively pull the hip open. You can bring your left hand to your hip. I'm going to stand in the center of the mat so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm opening the hip out to the right. And you'll notice that I've kept my shoulders stacked, so I'm stacked over the other hip. Really pulling in the pit of the belly. And a nice solid base on that left foot. Option to stay here. Or you can take peace fingers to big toe and extend the leg fully. Find your extended one-legged Tadasana. You can keep a micro bend in your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. And then exhale, slow and steady when you're ready. Coming back with control, back to your Tadasana mountain pose. You can pedal the feet to reset before we go on the other side. So we're going to send our weight into our right foot and lift the left heel and slowly squeeze the left knee in. Take a moment here to find your drishti on the other side. So finding your drishti, something ahead of you that is unmoving, that you can focus your gaze upon. This will help you stay stable in your balancing posture, mindfully grounding down through all four corners of that right foot. And then when you're ready, we're gonna open out through that left hip. Right hand comes to right hip. Nice and slow. And then option to stay here, or we can take peace fingers to big toe and extend the left leg, finding your extended one-legged Tadasana on the other side, slowing the breath down, lifting up through the chest. Breathing deep. One more breath. Slow and steady, with better control than me, hopefully. Hands come back down to the hips. And we step to the top of the mat. Inhale to reach the hands all the way up and overhead. Exhale to forward fold all the way down. Inhale, let's find a halfway lift here. Press the hands into the shins, nice flat back. Elbows are squeezing into the rib cage. Exhale to fold all the way down. Hands come to the mat and we step back to our plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale to chaturanga, rolling forwards, lowering down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to find your downward facing dog. Last downward dog of the practice. Make it a good one. Inhale deeply through the nose. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. Slow descend to the knees. They come down to the mat. Take a seat facing the long side of the mat here. And then we're going to extend the legs out from side to side, heading into our straddle fold. So you can take your feet as wide as is comfortable for you. The most important thing is that you want to be able to roll forwards on the sits bone, so you're able to sit up nice and tall in the spine. If that means reducing the gap between your feet, then by all means do so. You can also sit up on a blanket or a pillow if that's going to help sit up nice and tall in the spine as well. Flexing the feet, and we want to keep a micro bend in the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come to the mat and we slowly start to walk forwards just as far as is comfortable for you. Again, we're not worrying about what this shape looks like. We want to just keep a nice straight spine and an open chest here. And we take it nice and slow. Some of us will be able to get our chest all the way to the ground and some of us won't. Either way, focusing on how this pose feels in your body is more important than what it looks like. Breathing deep. Maybe elbows and forearms come down. We stay here for 3 more breaths. And then slow and steady, use your hands to press yourself back up and bring the knees in. Coming into a cross-legged seat or a comfortable seat of your choice on the mat. This is where we're going to be closing the practice today. So if you do need any additional props, like I'm going to sit up on a pillow here, it's going to help me sit up nice and tall. I just find it a little more comfortable. And I also like to place one shin on top of the other in this half lotus pose. Again, if you prefer sitting cross-legged or whatever you choose. Resting your hands on your knees. Take a moment to get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. And slowly start to come into your breath here, inhaling through the nose. Exhale. Out through the mouth, inhale. Taking a moment to find stillness. Allow the benefits of your practice to sink in. And take a moment to maybe set an intention for the rest of your day or the week ahead. Doing your best to relax the shoulders down. Soften the jaw. With every exhale, feeling that tension melt away. Anything that you might be holding on to. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Just being in the moment. And then I shall bring you back and we'll close this practice here. Slowly start to bring yourself back, maybe wiggling the fingers, tapping them on your knees, and taking a few deep breaths here. Maybe finding some neck stretches, dropping your right ear to the right shoulder and then the other way, and rolling the neck and the chin. Keeping the eyes closed just for a beat. Squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears and then roll them down and away. Do 2 more on your own. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed. And that's it. That's the end of the practice. Thank you so much for joining me today for this full body yoga practice. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave me a little comment, let me know what you thought of the practice today. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you for next class. And as always, have a wonderful day.